Is it working now? Yeah, it's too much, I guess. Okay, first of all, I welcome you all in the sociology optional class. And I hope you have decided to go for this optional. इससे पहले वर्कशॉप में आए थे आप सब लोग? All of you were there? आप सब लोग थे या कुछ लोग नहीं थे? उसके हिसाब से मैं चीजें समझाऊंगा बताऊंगा ना. Because this is the first class where I have to introduce you certain things. If you're aware about things, that's good. If you attended the workshop, that's good. If not, then I have to reflect on certain things, introduce you certain things which you should be knowing before starting it. तो वर्कशॉप में कितने लोग नहीं थे? अच्छा, इतने लोग नहीं थे तो आया कौन था फिर उस दिन? अच्छा, रेस्ट ऑफ यू वर देयर. ओके, फाइन, गुड. सो वी आर स्टार्टिंग सोशियोलॉजी एज एन ऑप्शनल, है ना? As you know, the scheme of the examination, that is very much clear to all of you. The scheme of examination involves three components. Examination के तीन पार्ट हैं हमारे, ठीक है? PT plus mains plus आपका interview. Here you have essay, language, 2 papers, plus GS 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have optional 2 papers, 1 and 2, right? 250, this is just for qualifying. Then 1,500, 500 ये, 1,000 ये, 250 ये, 1,750, right? And then 275 in the interview. That is how you are going to make your name in the list. List में नाम इन्हीं सब चीजों से आएगा. You can see this is very much an important component. The optional is very important because it is of 500 marks. तो अब इसमें एक क्वेश्चन बनता है कि which optional you should go for, which I discuss in great detail in the workshop. I'm not going to discuss too much, but कुछ चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी चाहिए. One is from which optional people are being selected, in which optional teachers and materials are available, in which optional I am going to spend less of the time. कम से कम समय किस में आपका लग रहा है, जल्दी से जल्दी जो पेपर तैयार हो जाए, और कौन सा पेपर, कौन सा ऑप्शनल is going to help you in the other components, be it GS or essay or even interview, even after the examination. पर पहले तो examination clear करना है. So in rest of the segments, be it GS and essay especially, and even in PT, which optional is going to help you? For that I have made 10 questions जो मैंने पिछले workshop में discuss करा था. उन 10 question के basis पे you can decide which optional you should go for. And sociology scores fair on those 10 questions which I have discussed. इसके लिए किसी background की जरूरत नहीं होती है. Why has a very simple logic. First of all, I am from mathematics background from University of Delhi, and I've been teaching this subject for almost 10-12 years. तो जब मैं समझ सकता हूँ, पढ़ा सकता हूँ, तो कोई भी समझ सकता है. मैथमेटिक्स तो सबसे कम लैंग्वेज वाली सब्जेक्ट है जिसमें लैंग्वेज कम है. So it is not a very difficult thing. And 3 top subjects from which people are being selected in UPSC are sociology, as I'm teaching this, I'm taking the first name as sociology, then geography and political science and IR, है ना? ये 3 सब्जेक्ट प्रोमिनेंटली टॉपर्स या सिलेक्टेड, जो भी सिलेक्टेड लोग हैं वो चूज करते हैं. तो हमारा फोकस है सोशियोलॉजी पे. इसके 2 पेपर हमें पढ़ने हैं, पेपर 1 and paper 2. This is about pure sociology. Pure sociology. And when the understanding of pure sociology is applied on Indian society, इट विल बिकम द पेपर नंबर 2. अप्लाइड पार्ट है, इसलिए इसको अप्लाइड सोशियोलॉजी भी कहते हैं. फर्स्ट पेपर में प्योर सोशियोलॉजी पढ़नी है, सेकंड पेपर में उसका अप्लाइड पार्ट. अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सोशियोलॉजी व्हेन अप्लाइड टू इंडियन सोसाइटी, दैट विल बिकम योर पेपर नंबर 2. ठीक है, ऐसे सिंपली देख के चलिए. इसमें 10 टॉपिक हैं, 10 टॉपिक्स आर देयर, और इसमें 3 सेगमेंट्स हैं, ए बी सी. इसके सब टॉपिक्स हैं, सबसे ज़्यादा टॉपिक इसमें है. ऐसे टॉपिक्स हैं. क्या है सिलेबस आपको दिखाऊंगा मैं, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. तो द गुड पॉइंट इज, गुड थिंग इज अबाउट दिस ऑप्शनल इज, ये जो 10 टॉपिक है इसमें से 4 टॉपिक और यहाँ के 4 टॉपिक कॉमन है. इट इज लाइक हाफ ऑफ द पेपर आर सेम, सो यू हैव टू स्टडी ओनली 1.5 पेपर. तो 1.5 पेपर का टोटल सिलेबस है आपका, राइट. सो दैट वोंट बी अ बिग थिंग. ये बहुत बड़ा इशू नहीं है कि सिलेबस बड़ा होगा या छोटा. इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ स्मॉल वन, नॉट अ बिग वन. तो 5-6 महीने में बड़ी आसानी से, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द ग्रास्पिंग स्किल्स, कितना आप समझ पाते हैं, कितना पकड़ते हैं, इट विल बी इजिली डन इन 5-6 months. ठीक है, तो लेट्स लुक एट द सिलेबस फर्स्ट. वो जो ऐड किया वो कहाँ होगा, वेयर विल दैट बी? यस, हियर इट इज. ठीक है, नो दिस इज, जस्ट अ मिनट. This one? Okay, fine. No, this is also, this is question paper. That is question paper, brother. I want to open the syllabus. Okay, second. Okay. See, look at the syllabus. आज पहला टॉपिक शुरू भी करेंगे हम लोग. Let's try to understand this. What is this topic? The first topic is sociology, the discipline. What is it? Sociology as a discipline है क्या? First topic involves modernity and social change in Europe and emergence of sociology. Means how emergence of sociology can be related to the idea of modernity. Whether there is a connection between modernity and sociology as a discipline or not is the first topic. Then, what is the scope of the subject? Means, what is the area that it covers? What is the boundary? What is the limitation? What all can we study in sociology? And how it is related to other disciplines, or how it is different from other disciplines. How sociology is different from, say, social anthropology, psychology, political science, economy, philosophy, history. All these social sciences and humanities are something that we are all aware of. नाम तो जानते हैं इन सब सब्जेक्ट्स का, but how that is different from sociology. That is very important topic in order to create the very subject matter of sociology. सोशियोलॉजी में हम पढ़ते क्या है ये जानने के लिए जरूरी है कि बाकी डिसिप्लिन से इसको अलग कर पाए हम. When you know a question that does not belong to psychology but to sociology, then it will be easier for you to understand the subject matter. अच्छा, आप लोगों में से कितने लोगों ने इससे पहले सोशियोलॉजी का कुछ पढ़ा है? Did you happen to read anything about sociology before this? Little bit. Okay, good. You had your graduation? You are doing graduation and you have sociology as well as a paper. And you? Actually, you did your graduation in sociology. Fine. What about you? Graduation in sociology. And from? Mumbai. And you? Where is it? Patna Women's College, you said. Okay, I'm sorry. That's a very famous college it is. And where are you doing your graduation from? Which university? Okay, yeah, we are a medical university. Okay, fine. So rest of you are totally unaware of sociology as a discipline. Anna, believe me, when I came to Delhi, then only I came to know that there is a discipline known as sociology. इससे पहले मुझे यही नहीं पता था कि सब्जेक्ट भी है. Yes, I did not know. बिकॉज इफ यू कम फ्रॉम द गेंजेटिक प्लेन, बिहार यूपी वाले एरिया से आते हैं, तो मेनली फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथमेटिक्स पता होता है। उससे ज़्यादा देन यू मे नो अबाउट इकोनॉमिक्स, कॉमर्स, philosophy, history, political science. These are the subjects that you know, psychology. But sociology, anthropology, etc. are the subjects that we are not totally aware of. पता ही नहीं होता ये subject भी होता है. So fine, most of you are not aware. So it will be a task for me to first establish sociology as a discipline. कि subject है क्या, इसमें पढ़ते क्या हैं, ठीक है? वो रहेगा एजेंडा सेकंड टॉपिक का। उसके बाद है सोशियोलॉजी एंड कॉमन सेंस, कि हाउ सोशियोलॉजी एंड कॉमन सेंस कैन बी रिलेटेड, और a distinction can be maintained between what you know through your common sense and what sociology says about it. For instance, previously also in the workshop, I asked this question. Again, I'm asking because there are so many new students now there in the class. Ki after marriage in India, women go to the groom's place. What could be the logic behind that? उसके पीछे का कारण क्या है? तो आपके कॉमन सेंस से, जिन्होंने सोशियोलॉजी नहीं पढ़ा होगा उसको भी तो आंसर पता होगा। दिस इज अ वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चन ना, दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव इनकाउंटर्ड ऑन योर डेली बेसिस इन योर लाइफ। सो व्हाट इज द पॉसिबल रीजन? प्रोबब्ली यू नो, ओके, दैट इज द एग्जैक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस। बट तुम्हें कॉमन सेंस पे लेवल पे पैट्रियार्की बताया गया था? घर घर पे घर पे कभी पूछा होगा कि ऐसा क्यों होता है, तो ये कहते यही रिवाज है। हाँ, they do not explain that you are living in a patriarchal society. So in a patriarchal society, residential system is patrilocal, and so after marriage the couple are going to reside in a patrilocal residential system. ये तो पूरी सोशियोलॉजी होगी ना। That's what we have to study. But we have an answer जो कि हमारा कॉमन सेंस बताता है। यही परंपरा रही है। राम जी और सीता जी का विवाह हुआ तो सीता आई थी, जनक दुलारी वो आई थी अयोध्या, राम जी नहीं गए थे ना, परंपरा रही है। तो आपके कॉमन सेंस से भी यू हैव आंसर्स टू दिस क्वेश्चंस, बट सोशियोलॉजी विल प्रोवाइड यू अ सिस्टमैटिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दीज थिंग्स। सिमिलरली, अब पैट्रियार्की मत बोलना है ना, जो कॉमन सेंस तुम्हें उससे लगे वो बताना। सपोज आई आस्क व्हाई डू गर्ल्स हैव लॉन्ग हेयर्स, अगेन इवन इफ यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड सोशियोलॉजी, यू हैव सम आंसर, कुछ तो आंसर होगा दिमाग में कि लड़कियां लंबे बालों में सुंदर लगती हैं, और आई डोंट नो, इट कुड बी एनीथिंग। दैट कॉमन सेंस ऑफ योर्स विल टेल व्हाट इज द लॉजिक, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? Okay, okay. Good evening, everyone. I can get some messages. Good evening, everyone. So I'm trying to explain first the syllabus and then we will proceed with the topic. Anyways, so commonsensically also you have an answer and there will be a sociological answer as well. So how important is the common sense in understanding social phenomena? And how does sociology reflect on the given social phenomena is what we have to understand here. कि एक दिए हुए सोशल फिनोमेना पे सोशियोलॉजी क्या कहती है और आपका कॉमन सेंस क्या कहता है, क्या इन दोनों के बीच में कुछ कनेक्शन हो सकता है या नहीं, इसको हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट टॉपिक एंड देन द सेकंड टॉपिक. First we will do two topics. Third topic we are not going to do right now. Second one is sociology as science, in which we will be studying science, scientific method and critique. It will be interesting for all of us to revise the science thing that we are aware of. And then we will see the critique of it. There only some philosophical understanding will develop in you, in which you will be able to criticize science as well. साइंस को हम अभी क्रिटिसाइज कर सकते हैं अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग के बेसिस पे. कैन यू क्रिटिसाइज साइंस? कर सकते हैं? करो, एक क्रिटिक बताओ. व्हाट इज द पॉसिबल क्रिटिक ऑफ साइंस? अच्छा, मिसयूज छोड़ो, मिसयूज ओके फाइन, दैट इज द कंसिक्वेंसलिस्ट आंसर. व्हाट कुड बी अ क्रिटिक ऑफ साइंस? अच्छा, एक सिंपल सी चीज तो आपको सोशियोलॉजिकली दिखती है. साइंस unnecessarily overpowers social sciences or humanities unnecessarily. इट क्रिएट्स अ हायरार्की। नो, क्या कर रही हो? हायरार्की नहीं होती सोसाइटी में क्रिएट, हायरार्की नहीं क्रिएट होती है। व्हाट सब्जेक्ट आर यू ग्रेजुएट इन? केमिस्ट्री। अब तुम्हारे बगल में कोई बैठा है पॉलिटिकल साइंस, तो वैसे ही तुम पॉलिटिकल साइंस होगा ना, फिर हो गया। यही तो कह रहा हूं मैं, एक 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 चीज दिख रही है ना। सी, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ कार्ल पॉपर। मैं कार्ल पॉपर को स्टार्ट करके नहीं तुम्हें अभी ब्लैक स्वान थियरी पढ़ाऊंगा कि पहले ही क्लास में पता चले कि इतना डिफिकल्ट हो गया कि भागो यहां से। जनरल चीजें से रिलेट करेंगे, फिर कार्ल पॉपर तक भी ले जाऊंगा आपको। कार्ल पॉपर कैसे क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं साइंटिफिक थियरी को, जिगर हैबरमास क्या कहते हैं साइंस को लेके, वो भी डिस्कस करेंगे। बट फिलहाल तो आप रिलेट तो कर पाओ कि यस यस, साइंस unnecessarily focuses on those things which are only observable, those things that are empirically witnessed, that can be proved empirically. Experimentation, where it is possible, there only science focuses. कुछ ऐसी चीजें नहीं हो सकती जिसका मतलब जहां पे साइंस का कोई आंसर ही नहीं दे पाता। मैं ऐसा कुछ पूछ रहा था, जैसे बोलो कुछ। सोशियोलॉजी छोड़ो, एक ऐसे क्वेश्चन जिसका साइंस के पास आंसर ना हो। फॉर इंस्टेंस, पहले अंडा की पहले मुर्गी, बोलो। अच्छा, गॉड में नहीं जाते। सिंपल क्वेश्चंस दैट वी कैन नॉट आंसर थ्रू साइंस राइट नाउ। पहले अंडा की पहले मुर्गी, एग एंड चिकन प्रॉब्लम यू माइट हैव हर्ड ऑफ। कौन है पहले? दिस आंसर कैन नॉट बी गिवन साइंटिफिकली। डेफिनेटली यू हैव समवन, चार्ल्स डार्विन। His evolutionary theory will explain कि how from simple one cell organism, multi cell organism और complex organism evolved। पर कोई कहे कि प्रूफ करके दिखाना जरा। साइंस तो एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन पे यकीन करते हैं, एक्सपेरिमेंट करके दिखाओ। दैट कुड बी मोस्टली कंसीडर्ड एज ए हाइपोथेसिस, जिसपे हम रिलाई करते हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास दूसरी कोई वैसी एग्जैक्ट थ्योरी है ही नहीं। वी डू नॉट हैव। ऑन अर्थ वी टॉक अबाउट बिगिनिंग एंड एंड। The moment you enter into universe, it puzzles you like anything. ये सब हो क्या रहा है ऊपर, वो है क्या? Where is the end? What is this? वो ऊपर है क्या? Science has no answer. तो यहीं पे कार्ल पॉपर कहते हैं कि जो दिखता है ना सामने से, साइंस बस उसको एक्सप्लेन कर सकता है। ठीक है, ऐसी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हम यहाँ पे डेवलप करेंगे। देन देयर इज मेजर थियोरेटिकल स्टैंड्स ऑफ रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी। जो भी रिसर्च होती है सोशल साइंसेज में, वो कौन कौन सी मेथड्स हैं, मेथोडोलॉजी हैं, उनको हम डिस्कस करेंगे। देन पॉजिटिविज्म एंड इट्स क्रिटिक। Positivism is an approach developed by Auguste Comte in sociology to decipher social phenomena, to understand social phenomena. वो क्या है क्या नहीं उसको समझेंगे। Then fact, value and objectivity, non-positivist methodologies. You see, पूरे पेपर में if there is something which will need little bit of understanding, which may be little difficult, is this one. Because you will encounter terms such as positivism तो एक दिख ही रहा है, then there will be ethnomethodology, phenomenology, then there will be dermatology. These kind of terms will pester you कि ये क्या terms आ रहे हैं। Interpretive sociology, right? So symbolic interactionism. So these terms will baffle you little bit कि क्या क्या बड़े बड़े term हैं। You will realize सिर्फ terms हैं, दम नहीं है कुछ खास। और वो क्वेश्चन पूछते। सी, one thing I should make clear to you all, we are here to clear the paper, not to become sociologists. हम यहाँ सोशोलॉजिस्ट बनने के लिए नहीं आए, पेपर क्लियर करने के लिए, है ना। तो वो सब टर्म्स समझाऊंगा मैं डिटेल में, एंड देन बस क्रैम इट अप, उसको रट लेना ज्यादा ना समझ में आए तो। एंड आई विल हैव अ डिफरेंट अप्रोच ऑफ टीचिंग। माय टीचिंग स्टाइल differs from some of the leading teachers in this industry, and even I am also surviving through my methodology. मैं अपने पढ़ाने के तरीके में किताबें पीपीटीज, इन सबको इन्वॉल्व करके पढ़ाने की कोशिश करता हूँ। आई डू नॉट वॉन्ट टू एक्ट लाइक ओमनिसिएंट, मुझे तो सब याद ही है, 10 साल से एक ही चीज कर रहा हूँ और खुद भी 4-5 साल पढ़ा ही है, तो आई रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग। बट आई डू नॉट वॉन्ट टू रिफ्लेक्ट इट लाइक दिस कि आई नो सो यू शुड write this. You will see here, wherever there is necessity, I will take a copy of, if we are not infringing the Copyright Act or copyright of something, then I will be showing some pages of books or the other booklets or my PPTs or my write-ups to make you understand कि मैं वो चीज़ें कहाँ से लेके आ रहा हूँ और कहाँ से पढ़ा रहा हूँ। ठीक है? तो समझने के लिए थोड़ा आप रेडी रहिएगा। थोड़ा इनग्रॉसिंग बनाऊंगा मैं क्लास को, जिसमें आपको इन्वॉल्व करूंगा। बहुत आसान सब्जेक्ट तो नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं है। एज ए पॉइंटेड आउट इन माई वर्कशॉप, देर इज हार्डली एनीथिंग इन यूपीएससी विच इज डिफिकल्ट, but especially when you talk about optional, it requires your understanding of graduation level or above graduation and below masters. ग्रेजुएशन से ऊपर और मास्टर्स से बिलो की अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपकी होनी चाहिए सब्जेक्ट में। ओके, then there is this dry topic, research method and analysis. That's the third topic. Here qualitative and quantitative method is there, technique of data collection, variable sampling, hypothesis, reliability and validity. Means in sociology, how do you do research, and in doing social research, what are those concepts that are required to be understood? वो सब चीजें हैं। सोशियोलॉजी में रिसर्च कैसे करते हैं, कौन कौन से मेथड हैं, उसके बारे में यहाँ पे डिटेल में पढ़ना है। तो एक ड्राई टॉपिक है, मतलब इसमें यू वोंट स्टडी सोशियोलॉजी पर से, रेदर यू हैव टू स्टडी कि हाउ रिसर्च इज डन इन सोशियोलॉजी। मैसेज आ रहा है भैया, वीडियो कैन नॉट बी प्लेड। ओके ओके, इज इट करेक्टेड? इफ इट इज करेक्टेड प्लीज रिप्लाई। Okay, then comes the main thing. This is the soul of this whole paper, and which puzzles all the students. Thinkers को लेके बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है। Believe me, I will make them like water. मतलब जैसे आपको पानी पीने में आसानी होती है, वैसा ये सारे थिंकर में करके आपको यहाँ फिर पी जाना। पूरी प्रॉब्लम ले दे के एक आती है कार्ल मार्क्स पे। Is not difficult at all. Definitely, when you encounter terms like dialectical materialism, historical materialism, dialectics, then mode of production, means of production, factors of production, relation of production, capitalism, bourgeoisie या bourgeois, proletariat, ऐसे terms आएंगे, fetishism of commodities, ठीक है, reification, ये सब जो terms आएंगे, then you will be like, ये कितना difficult है? No. These terms are very simple, not difficult at all, but definitely as you have not studied them in that way, then it will create problem, but don't worry, for that only I am here. Then Emile Durkheim, the famous French sociologist who has established sociology as a discipline. Karl Marx did not use the word sociology as such, or he was not a contributor in any discipline as such. Rather, he was a social reformer, you can say. दुनिया के मजदूरों एकत्रित हो, सुना होगा बचपन से ऐसा कुछ है, ऑल द वर्कर्स एंड द लेबरर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड गेट यूनाइटेड। तो उनका एजेंडा कुछ और था। अब इसमें स्पेशली सुसाइड is a topic which is very interesting in the sense, before Emile Durkheim, suicide was considered to be a personal and psychological phenomena. आप लोग अभी भी सुनते हो कि किसी ने सुसाइड कर लिया तो सीधे पूछते क्या हो गया था उसे? डिप्रेशन में था, कोई प्रॉब्लम थी, गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ गई थी, यूपीएससी क्लियर नहीं हुआ था, नौकरी में प्रॉब्लम थी, क्या दिक्कत था? Means somehow we try to relate suicide as a psychological phenomena. He tried to explain it can be a social phenomena as well. बताया था कुछ ऐसा? हाँ? सुसाइड के बारे में नहीं बात की है? हम लोग करेंगे सुसाइड, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। topic. He has actually talked about suicide rate, not suicide per se. Suicide rate is a social phenomena. So there we will be discussing it. Again, this message is there. Video can't be played is showing. अच्छा, after the class it will be corrected everything. नहीं 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 अभी तो चलेगा ना. Okay, it will be continued. Wait for some moment. They're working on it. Yes, and if the class is not starting, please look at your data connection. Probably internet is not working. It is possible that you have low internet speed. That's why it is not working. From our side, it is all right. Then we have another Karl Marx and Max Weber from Germany, German philosopher Max Weber, who is considered as an authority when you talk about authority. So, formal organization, bureaucracy, authority, power, etc., is his main contribution. Then, Protestant ethic and capitalism. All those topics are there. He is interesting as a scholar. Then, Talcott Parsons and R.K. Merton, American sociologists. And then G.H. Mead. So, they represent different school of thoughts. In that way, we will study these thinkers. ये जो थिंकर है ना, इन्होंने क्या कहा, ऐसे पढ़ोगे तो ये हिस्ट्री हो जाएगी. सोशियोलॉजिकली अगर हमें पढ़ना तो वी हैव टू फर्स्ट कैटेगराइज देम. फॉर एग्जांपल, कार्ल मार्क्स बिलोंग्स टू conflict tradition or conflict perspective. Emil Durkheim belongs to functionalist perspective. Max Weber perspective is not typically belong to a particular approach, but yes, interpretive sociology is what he is related to, interpretive sociology. Then you have Talcott Parsons, R.K. Merton, both functionalist, or to be more precise, structured functionalists they are. And then symbolic interactionism. Though G.H. Mead himself did not use the word symbolic interactionism, after his death, his student, कौन? नहीं, Herbert Blumer, he has used the term symbolic interactionism. तो जितनी चीजें बता रहा हूँ इसमें सिर्फ टर्म्स आ रहे हैं, है ना? सिंपल चीजें. ये है सोल ऑफ द पेपर. If you have command over your thinkers, then rest of the paper is going to be easy. Then you have stratification and mobility, means how society is stratified. Society कैसे stratified होती है, layering होती है. For example, lower class, middle class, upper class. फिर middle class में lower middle class, upper middle class. ये सब stratification क्या है? क्या इसमें movement possible है? Similarly, we talk about caste system in India. That also represents a stratification in the society itself. In that, whether there is mobility possible or not, means proper people from bottom can go up and people at top can go to down or not. This is mobility. So that's what we are going to study there, stratification and mobility. Then we have work and economic life. Social organization of work in different types of society, slave society, feudal society, industrial society, means does the organization of work change due to change of society? क्या सोसाइटी के बदलने से वर्क का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वर्क कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज होता है, क्या वो बदल जाता है? नहीं बदलता है. गांव में जिस तरह के काम होते हैं और शहर में जिस तरह के काम होते हैं, अंतर नहीं उनमें. तो उसी को और ब्रॉडर लेवल पे हम देखेंगे कि हाउ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ वर्क कैन डिफर in a slave society or in a feudal society and an industrial society. Then this is a typical topic that you study always, formal and informal organization of work. Then labor and society. How labor, the work is related to the nature of society. जिस तरह का काम आप देखते हैं सोसाइटी में, क्या वो सोसाइटी के नेचर पे डिपेंड करता है? इनके बीच में क्या कनेक्शन है? अलग अलग सोसाइटी में लेबर का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या लेबर का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है अलग अलग हो सकता है, वो कैसे, ये हमको समझना है। ठीक है, बस यहीं तक रुक रहा हूं, बिकॉज इसके बाद के जो टॉपिक हैं 7th 8th 9th और 10th सिमिलर हैं सेकेंड पेपर से। तो सेकेंड पेपर में चलते हैं, फिर आप रिलेट कर पाएंगे। फटाफट मैं आपको सिलेबस दिखा रहा हूं। देखो, अब मैंने आपको बताया था कि 3 कंपोनेंट है ए बी सी। ए में 2 पिक्चर बने थे, 2 देखो। पहला है पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन स्टडी ऑफ इंडियन सोसाइटी, कि व्हाट आर द अप्रोचेस टू अंडरस्टैंड इंडियन सोसाइटी। इंडोलॉजी, देन स्ट्रक्चरल फंक्शनलिज्म, मार्क्सिस्ट सोशियोलॉजी। मार्क्सिज्म वहां पढ़े हैं, फिर आर के मार्टिन, टालकट पार्सन, स्ट्रक्चरल फंक्शनलिज्म पढ़े हैं। इंडोलॉजी इज आवर वे, दो इट इज नॉट टिपिकली आर्स, डेवलप्ड बाय colonizers only, colonial scholars. You'll find the hint of Orientalism in Indology. पर देखेंगे क्या है। फिलहाल के लिए आपको बता दूं इंडोलॉजी क्या है। इंडियन स्क्रिप्चर्स जो हमारे हैं उनको पढ़ के उनके बेसिस पर इंडियन सोसाइटी को समझना इज इंडोलॉजी। इफ यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड इंडियन सोसाइटी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्क्रिप्चर्स दैट हैव बीन देयर written in the history, then you are doing Indology. Repeating, Indology is the textual view of the society. On the basis of text, if you try to understand the society, that is Indology. So all those books, be it your epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, or the Vedas, or the Puranas, or the Shastras, all those things, all those texts, if you read and then try to understand Indian society like Max Muller did, then you are an Indologist. And the famous name is G.S. Ghurye. And in structural functionalism, you have M.N. Srinivas, and in Marxist sociology, you have A.R. Desai. तो यहाँ पर भी 3 थिंकर हैं जिनको पढ़ना है, but they are not as difficult as the first paper. उतना difficult नहीं है। Then this is a typical topic which you can relate to history as well. Impact of colonial rule on Indian society. What was the social background of Indian nationalism? How modernization took place in India. Then Protestant movement during the colonial period and social reforms. So this topic is typically related to history. Then you have social structure. In our structure, what kind of, in our Indian society, what kind of institutions and components are there? Structure मान लो कि structure ये है, ये घर है ना, structure है, इसके अलग अलग components हैं, वो अलग अलग components हमें पढ़ने हैं यहाँ पे। इंडियन सोसाइटी के अलग अलग components क्या है? तो पहला है रूरल एंड अग्रेरियन सोशल स्ट्रक्चर। If you want to divide India in 2 parts, rural and urban, so rural is more important because still around 70% of our population lives in villages. When you look at the numbers, how many villages are there? 6.4 lakhs villages are there as per census 2011. इतने सारे गांव हैं, तो रूरल एंड अग्रेरियन स्ट्रक्चर तो हमें समझना होगा। देन कास्ट सिस्टम, दैट इज टिपिकली अ फीचर ऑफ इंडियन सोसाइटी। अभी तक आप लोगों ने कास्ट सिस्टम को लेके ये आइडिया डेवलप किया होगा। ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव डेवलप्ड एन आइडिया अबाउट कास्ट सिस्टम दैट इट इज बैड। ये सिर्फ पता होगा, इट इज बैड, कास्ट सिस्टम इज बैड। बट दैट इज नॉट सफिशिएंट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कास्ट सिस्टम। इट इज नॉट एज सिंपल as we try to understand it. So suppose somebody is saying, I'm a Gujjar and I'm proud of my identity. I'm a Jat, I'm proud of my identity. I'm a Brahmin, I'm proud of my identity. Suppose people are saying like that, then you may frown upon कि ये क्या बात हुई. But at the same time, you cannot have a very good logic unless you go in ethics to say what you're doing is wrong. Suppose I relate to certain group of people and I find a pride in it. How can that be rejected? उसको आप गलत कैसे बताओगे? उसके लिए समझना जरूरी होगा कास्ट सिस्टम को डिटेल में. You have seen or you have studied, you know about the globe, different societies. Nowhere else this system is found. कास्ट सिस्टम कहीं और इमर्ज ही नहीं हुआ. तो ये इंडियन सोसाइटी एक यूनिक फीचर है. एंड दिस सिंपली क्रिएट्स अ क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज इट, हाउ डिड इट ओरिजिनेट, whether it is good for the society or bad for the society, functional है या dysfunctional है, all those elements that we will discuss here. What are the features of the caste system, and then untouchability, forms and perspective. What kind of untouchability that we see, and what are the views on it. Untouchability को लेकर views हो सकते हैं अलग अलग. What are those? Then tribal community. Tribal community, you cannot ignore tribes. Scheduled tribes are there. Significant amount of population belongs to scheduled tribe. Then that is also part of your structure. Then social classes in India. अब यहाँ वो आ जाएगा agrarian, industrial, and the middle classes. Then system of kinship in India, that is similar to the first paper. This is a common topic. System of kinship वहाँ भी पढ़ना है, system of kinship यहाँ भी पढ़ना है. Then religion and society, that is also a common topic. And then this entire C segment, this is social change, is the 10th topic in the paper number 1. There we have to study social change, and here social change in India. That's the syllabus with you. I will send you the paper syllabus. जहाँ पे आपका material जाता है वहाँ मैं भेज दूंगा. आज से पहला काम that you have to start is to start memorizing it. याद करना syllabus. As I pointed out in the workshop of mine, that you need to be focused in the paper. Even I knew this, that I have to focus on my studies, but how was not very clear. How to be focused? The very simple thing. On one side, keep the syllabus, and on one side, keep the 10 years, you're focused. हो गया, यही होता है फोकस होने का मतलब. यूपीएससी में फोकस होने का ही मतलब है. Whatever you are studying, that should be guided by the syllabus of the subject and the questions that have been asked in the previous years. If you focus on these two components, done. Enough. The syllabus is here, then we will see 10 years as well. How do I go about topics? मैं topics कैसे करता हूँ या आपको कैसे कराऊंगा? Let me explain that. So suppose I have to start this first topic. We'll be starting this topic today. Sociology, the discipline. So first, I will show you all the questions that have been asked so far. But it will take too much time. तो मैं 20 से 24 तक का क्वेश्चन आपको दिखा दूंगा यहाँ पे. And rest of the question I will send. Is that okay? 4 साल का डिस्कस कर दिया, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 5 साल का. So 5-year questions I will discuss. And I have all the questions done. 2013 से अभी तक के सारे क्वेश्चन मैंने कर लिए, अलग अलग कर लिए हैं. तो I will send you topic wise. So keep reading those questions so that you will be aware what they are asking, and you will be very happy the questions are being repeated. Repeated होते ही एग्जामिनेशन देने में तो मजा आता ही है ना, क्योंकि मेहनत कम हो गई. हर साल कुछ नया क्वेश्चन पूछोगे तो प्रॉब्लम होगी. 10 ईयर करके गए, उसका सबसे पहला फायदा यहाँ हो गया that you know that this kind of question may be asked, so you're ready for it. Rodi बोल रहा था. You're ready for it, and you'll be easily doing the questions. And then we will come to the topic. When I will do the topic, I will have slides. पहले तो आपको समझा भी दूंगा, वैसे slides भी रहेंगे. Slides में I will have the main points on which I will explain you certain things. And those slides are necessary so that you can read the names that I am saying. मैंने कोई नाम बोला, हाँ, जॉर्ज रिट्जर मान लो बोला. So what is the spelling of George Ritzler? That could be Tocqueville. What is the spelling of Tocqueville? Louis de Bonald. So what is the spelling of Louis de Bonald? Francois Quenet. So what is the spelling of Francois Quenet? ये सब नाम आएंगे तो प्रॉब्लम आएंगी. So that's why I always take help of slides. ऑनलाइन होने के चलते ये बड़ा अच्छा हो गया. So you can see this. I will explain the entire topic in the class, and after the class, I will send you a write-up on that in a detailed way. Whatever I have discussed in the class, it will all be written there. तो वहाँ से आप अपने नोट्स में ऐड कर सकते हैं. क्लास में जो समझाऊंगा उसको भी ऐड करिए, और दूसरी तरफ अपने नोट्स भी बनाते रहिएगा. डिटेल नोट्स में साथ में हर टॉपिक का आपको देता रहूंगा. फॉर द फर्स्ट पेपर वी आर गोइंग टू टेक हेल्प ऑफ सर्टेन बुक्स. मेजरली इट इज जॉर्ज रिट्जर एंड सेकेंड वन इज एंथनी, सॉरी, सेकेंड वन इज हरलम्बस. एंथनी गिडिंस ऐसे दिमाग में चल रहा था, जुबान पे आ गया. Two, three more books I will be taking help of would be T.B. Baltimore, then Anthony Giddens. For example, I always have seen people being confused. Work and economic life, इसको कहाँ से पढ़े? There is an exact topic in Anthony Giddens' sociology book, Work and Economic Life. आपको मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं, मैंने कर दिया है. करके टॉपिक वाइज नोट्स बना दिए हैं. दैट आई विल प्रोवाइड. बस उससे आप चीजों को समझते जाइए, रटते जाइए, क्वेश्चन देखिए, करिए. ठीक है. So far if you have any question you can ask. जितने लोग पहली बार क्लास में आए हैं, is it okay? And see, in the previous class I had this experience that some of you wanted me to speak in Hindi as well. That's why I'm mixing Hindi with English. Otherwise I have no issue. If you want that it should be totally in English, I can go for that. Do you want totally in English? Okay, fine. Anyone having an issue that there should be some Hindi as well? चाहिए थोड़ा सा? नहीं, देखो ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ कर दीजिए. It should be totally your wish. If you're comfortable, because that is my language. My language in the sense, I studied sociology in English only. Even if a very big amount is given and asked, कि sir हिंदी में पढ़ा दीजिए, it will be difficult for me. I do not know the meaning of civil inattention in Hindi. I cannot explain civil inattention in Hindi. Probably I know the Hindi of socialization, that is Samajikaran. But I do not know the Hindi of, say, symbolic interactionism. I do not know the Hindi of, say, mode of production or dialectical materialism, historical materialism. I do not know these words in Hindi. So that much words or those keywords you should know in English. So somebody is asking, Acha, somebody is saying, sir, please use mixing. So please, okay, fine, English. Okay. Okay. Somebody asking, your notes can be enough for the examination. So far they have been. So have faith. अब बिल्कुल बवाल मचाने पीपीएससी आगे कुछ ऐसा पूछते हैं खतरनाक जो आज तक नहीं पूछा, तो उसमें मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. बट डेफिनेटली फॉर लास्ट 10 years 2014 ऑनवर्ड्स आई एम बिन 10-11 साल हो गए. सो अब एक दो क्वेश्चन तो बाउंसर रहेंगे ही ना. और वैसे भी एक चीज और डिस्कस कर दूं. The paper, both of the paper will consist of 8 questions divided into 2 segments. ये बता दे रहा हूं मैं आपको, रुक जाओ. पेपर जो होगा आपका, कोई भी पेपर ले लो, पेपर 1 या पेपर 2, को दोनों में से कोई एक ले लो. ये सेगमेंट्स रहेंगे ए और बी, जिसमें 1, 2, 3, 4 यहां, 5, 6, 7, 8 क्वेश्चंस हैं. This and this is compulsory. This will have 5 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4 ऐसे 10-10 नंबर वाले 5 रहेंगे. यहाँ पर भी 10 markers 5 रहेंगे. These are compulsory. Rest of the question will have 2 20 marks and 1 10 marks. तो बाकी के भी 3-3 सेगमेंट रहेंगे. Then you have to choose one compulsory from remaining. ये 2 3 4 बच गया, 6 7 8 बच गया, बचे ना. So out of these, you have to choose one. So suppose you're choosing this one, and from here you are choosing this one. This is compulsory. Then one question from anywhere. So that one question can be from here or this. कहीं से ले लो. So suppose you are taking it from here. It is not working. So you have to leave 1, 2, 3. 3 questions you have to leave. 3 क्वेश्चन तो आपको छोड़ना है. That's one thing that you have to work upon. When you're going for the examination, out of these 8 questions, only 5 questions you have to answer. Not like GS, that all questions are compulsory. But ये देखने में आसान लग रहा है, ये बहुत होते हैं, है ना? As I said, in the first there are 5 questions, 10 markers, तो 50 नंबर हो गया. Then also 20, 20, 10, 50 नंबर. 20, 20, 10, 50, 50, 50, 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करो कितना हुआ? 250. That is what the paper is of. 250 मार्क का पेपर है ना? So ये 10 मार्क्स के 5, ये 20 मार्क्स का 2 और 10 मार्क्स का 1. ये होता है एग्जामिनेशन. 50 मार्क्स का हर होगा. तो 5 यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट. यहां पर भी 5 into 10 है. दीज आर कंपल्सरी. इनको आप नहीं छोड़ सकते. 1 and 5 इज नेसेसरी. एंड आउट ऑफ देन रेस्ट 6, उसमें से 1 from both the segment should be chosen, and then remaining 4 choose any. That means you can leave 3 questions. So the segment which is something creating problem to you, कि ये segment तीनों एक साथ आते हैं, ये मुझे अच्छे नहीं लगते, छोड़ दो उसको. बट पता चला कुछ छोड़ के गए, उसमें कुछ क्वेश्चन इधर आ गए और कुछ इधर आ गए. Then it will be problematic. So for that you need to follow the trend. And I will suggest you at the end, definitely I will suggest you what are the topics that you can leave so that you can prepare comfortably. But that's a grace. एक अच्छी बात ये है, you do not need to write all the answers. Rather you have to tackle only 5 questions. ठीक है? Same is for the second paper also. In the second paper also, same format is there. Question paper समझ में आ गया? Okay. चलिए, लेट्स बिगिन द टॉपिक. जितनी जल्दी शुरू करेंगे उतना बेहतर है. So the first topic is, as I pointed out, modernity and social change and emergence of sociology. So if you look at this topic involves 2 major components. What are those components? The first topic is modernity and social change. Means what is modernity and how can you relate it to the idea of social change? See, we do not need to study social change in great detail here. Why? Otherwise, what is the topic 10 in the first paper is doing in the syllabus? What is the 10th topic? Social change. Syllabus अभी दिखाया था, तो सर इतनी जल्दी कहाँ से याद होगा? कोई बात नहीं. I understand. Look at the 10th topic. Social change in modern society. So can you say they are the same topic? वहाँ क्या है? Modernity and social change. Here social change in modern society. No, they are not the same topic. There you have to understand modernity and how it is related to the idea of social change. How modernity reflects a change in the society. And here we will see what all are the factors that change a modern society. Modern society में बदलाव लाने के और कौन-कौन से फैक्टर हैं, उसको यहाँ डिटेल में पढ़ना है. Did you get this point? So in this topic that we are doing, the main focus should be on modernity. We need to understand what is modernity. Okay? Then the next topic related to this is emergence of sociology. Means how can you relate the idea of modernity to the emergence of sociology? How the idea of modernity can be related to the emergence of sociology? Sociology की emergence को कैसे आप relate कर सकते हैं modernity से, right? These two topics are going to be discussed in the first topic of the syllabus. इनको आपने समझ लिया, then you are done with the first topic. But before I go there, as I discussed questions. So let's see the questions that they ask. I explain the topic. What is this topic? 3 topics are there. First topic is what I am starting. Let's see the questions that they have been asking. See, I have question starting from 2013. सब किया हुआ है, पर let's focus on 2020 onwards. I intentionally took the cutting from the paper itself so that you can see both English and Hindi medium. In 2020, they asked 2 questions. 1A it is 1A. So in your notes, how will you start? Write the syllabus, then write all the questions that they have been asking or that are asked, and then go for the topic. यही approach बना के चलो, you won't face any problem ever. Write the syllabus. 3 topics are we are going to do. Then before starting the topic, write all the questions and then go for the topic. What is the question? How did intellectual forces lead to the emergence of sociology? Discuss. Means, what were the intellectual forces behind the emergence of sociology as a discipline? Simple question. Language के हिसाब से तो simple है ना? I'm not saying this topic is very simple. So suppose I start saying it was enlightenment and counter-enlightenment thought that created or that led to emergence of sociology as a discipline, then फिर बात आएगी कि what is enlightenment, what is counter-enlightenment thought, etc. That we will discuss. But simple question is this: what were the intellectual forces? This is a type of new question that they have never asked. They never asked this question, but they asked in 2020. In the context of globalization, has the scope of sociology been changing in India? Comment. मैं आप लोगों को बोल रहा हूँ, लिख लो. लिख क्यों नहीं रहे हो? लिखो फटाफट, क्वेश्चन लिखते जाओ, काम खत्म करो अपना. 2020 से पहले का क्वेश्चन बाद में ऐड करना, ये तो क्वेश्चन लिखते जाओ ना. Please write these questions. See, I especially focus on notes making. My focus is always there on notes making because ultimately it's your notes that is going to help you clear the examination, not your understanding. Definitely that is important, but your understanding only is not going to help you to clear the examination unless you have notes that you can rely upon. So question number 1A, how did intellectual forces lead to the emergence of sociology? That's simple question, discuss. अच्छा, फिलहाल के लिए I'm telling you, don't fall in the trap of these words. Like suppose here it is written discuss, here it is written comment, here it is written comment. What could be the possible difference between comment and discuss? Don't bother about it. सोचना नहीं है अभी. Don't think about it. Just think like this. 28 questions are there. If they put the same word, comment in all the 28 questions, will that look nice? That could be one of the reasons that they're using different words. मैं simple बना रहा हूँ चीजों को. अब इसी को difficult बनाने वाले टीचर क्या करते हैं? There is a huge difference between the word comment and justify or discuss. So let's try to understand first the difference between elucidate, discuss, justify, comment और बेकार में उसमें एक क्लास जाती है. कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है. 2 ही चीज होगी. या तो जो लिखी बात उसको आपको जस्टिफाई करना है या उसको क्रिटिकली एनालाइज करना है. बस critically analyze. When you are doing a critical analysis of something, you will put pros and cons both. Whereas if you are justifying, you will always write the pros. But these are 2 approaches. Rest are the synonyms. बाकी सब word synonyms. Don't worry about that. 5A question लिख लिया. 5A also. In the context of globalization, has the scope of sociology been changing in India? Comment. So see, They're asking this question in the first paper. Ideally, they should ask this question in the second paper, but scope of sociology is there in the first topic. अभी syllabus दिखाया ना आपको? Syllabus लिखा कि नहीं? तीनों point लिखा आपने syllabus? Did you write the syllabus? Why? ये किस लिए दिखा रहा था? याद करने के लिए? हम लोग ये टॉपिक स्टार्ट करें. We are starting this topic ना. These 3 topics. Please write the syllabus. This is what we are going to start with. In the first page, write the syllabus. In the second paper, write all the questions that I'm discussing, at least for 4 years. And then we will start the concepts. I will discuss concepts, elaborate everything. After that, I will give you notes that you can write after the class. Write the syllabus, yeah, please write. And you have to focus on writing. This is one thing that we generally neglect. Writing is very compulsory, very necessary. And any kind of procrastination समझते हैं ना, कल लिख लूंगा, परसों लिख लूंगा. Modernity and social change in Europe and emergence of sociology. That's what the topic I'm starting. Then there is scope of subject. Subject means sociology. Scope of subject and comparison with other social sciences and sociology and common sense. The clear syllabus? You have the syllabus in front of you. Look at the questions, how directly they're asking the questions. It will only give you a moral boost. So emergence of sociology, keyword is same. That keyword is there in the syllabus. Now, scope of sociology, keyword is there in the syllabus. Keyword is already there. Now, in 2021, did you write the question? 2020 वाला question लिख लिया था? दोनों? Now look at the question. Europe was the first and the only place where modernity emerged. Comment. So this question itself will help you what modernity is. Means you are not going to say modernity happened everywhere. And modernity took place in India as well. This question itself is indicating modernity took place in Europe. अब ये मैंने नहीं पूछा ना, यूपीएससी का क्वेश्चन है. That's the first question. Europe was the first and the only place where modernity emerged. Comment. And intentionally I made you read these questions so that I start a topic and you should not have doubt कि ऐसा नहीं सर, इंडिया भी मॉडर्न ही है और बहुत मॉडर्न थे शुरू से. Fine. Some value system and institutions that is part of modernity may be found in Indian society and culture as well in the Vedic period, in the ancient period. But that does not mean modernity emerged in India. Okay. Then there are 2 more questions. From the viewpoint of growing importance of multidisciplinarity, means multidisciplinary approach is used in understanding a given topic. एक कोई social phenomena है, if you try to understand it, you are using sociology, anthropology, psychology, economy, philosophy, all these disciplines you are using to understand a given social phenomena is what it is becoming common. How do you relate sociology to the other social sciences? Second topic. Second topic is this. What sociology and common sense है. So, sociology to other social sciences. फिर मिल गया common word. Common phrase is there. It is directly from the syllabus. You can relate to the question. How is sociology related to common sense? Related question directly from the syllabus. So this is 2021. लिख लिया दोनों क्वेश्चन. लिखिए 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 फटाफट. So somebody is asking, history optional का नहीं देख सकते क्या live? दोनों एक साथ कैसे देखोगे बाबू? फिर क्या फायदा है इसका? And what is the benefit that you're watching both the optionals at one go? I'm not aware whether you can watch both the optionals at one go or not. How will you do that? Okay? Okay. Now let's look at 22. (2022) Delimit the scope of sociology in relation to other social sciences. Simple question. What is the limitation of sociology and its relation with other social sciences? Second topic. 2022 first. When you have the syllabus and you look at the question, you find it very interesting कि चलो जो topic है उसी से direct question पूछ रहे हैं. So if you know the topic, it will be easy for you. And the question is quite repetitive. Now, second A. What aspects of enlightenment do you think paved way for the emergence of sociology? Elaborate. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने बोला था, it is enlightenment and counter-enlightenment thought which were behind the emergence of sociology. That's what it is there. What were the social forces or intellectual forces? Second A. What aspects of enlightenment do you think paved way for the emergence of sociology? Elaborate. Mayank is saying, I'm enjoying your classes. Okay, fine. Thank you for the appreciation. Do ask questions as well if you do not understand something. ठीक है? लिख लिया question. अच्छा, use this method for all the topics, all the subjects that you are studying, and you will find that you have confidence. In UPSC, confidence means simply you have completed your notes, you know all the questions that have been asked, you wrote all the answers of those questions. That's the meaning of being confident. आपको सिलेबस पता है, 10 साल का क्वेश्चन आपने लिख लिया है, you are confident. Right? Okay, now look at 2023. Discuss the relationship between sociology and political science. Sociology and other social sciences. Discuss the relationship between sociology and political science. That's 1B. 1B. 10 marker. You'll see 30 marks is what simply they're asking, and then there is 20 marks. Do you think that common sense is the starting point of social research? What are its advantages and limitations? Explain. Third point, common sense. Sociology and common sense. Do you think common sense is the starting point of social research? What are its advantages and limitations? Explain. लिख लिया? अब चलो इस साल का क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Let's see this year. 2024. 1A, this is 1A. Discuss the nature of sociology, highlights its relationship with social anthropology. What is the nature of sociology? Scope of sociology में हम पढ़ेंगे. What is the nature of sociology? Sociology है क्या? Highlights its relationship with social anthropology. I did mention, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले mention किया था, how it is related to social anthropology. Then sociology is the product of European Enlightenment and Renaissance. Critically examine this statement. Repetitive. Why Enlightenment, Renaissance, intellectual forces, social forces? Sociology is the product of European Enlightenment and Renaissance. Critically examine this statement. So now you have an idea about the first topic. See, by doing this only, you are feeling little bit confident. What? You understand the syllabus, topic क्या है और उससे related question कैसे पूछ रहे हैं. They're not asking very difficult questions, but definitely, if you're not aware of those concepts, such as modernity and those things that took place in Europe, be it Renaissance, Enlightenment, Industrial Revolution, Commercial Revolution, etc., then probably you will not be able to answer this question. ठीक है? अब उन चीजों को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Now you have the syllabus with you, questions with you. I'll send these questions to you. बाकी क्वेश्चन आप ऐड कर लीजिएगा. 2013 से लेके सब हैं इसमें, दिखाया ना मैंने आपको शुरू में. ऑल द क्वेश्चंस आर देयर. सब लिखाने में टाइम बर्बाद होगा. देखो 2013 से मैंने सब लिख दिया. ओके, कम बैक टू द टॉपिक, modernity. So the first thing that we need to focus on and understand is modernity and what kind of social change does it represent. So let's try to understand this through you. All of you would be considering yourself as being modern. आप सब modern तो हैं? All of you are modern, right? Then define it. What is modernity? This is the simple thing. Unless you know what is modernity, how will you relate it to emergence of sociology? And it's a topic that it has always created an enthusiasm in me to read about it. क्योंकि मुझे भी लगता था कि मैं मॉडर्न हूँ. तो फिर मैं मॉडर्न हूँ तो क्या वो रीजन है जिसके बेसिस पे आई कैन से आई एम मॉडर्न? Advancement in what sense? Somebody saying, okay, Dimpy is asking, is offline class available? Yes, Dimpy, I'm taking the offline class only, and you're watching the online one. Offline class is going on. That's why my interaction is like this. Otherwise, कैमरा में पूछता थोड़ी ना. कैमरे से कैसे पूछता है what is modernity? चलिए, ठीक है. Dimpy, you got your answer. बोलिए. Anyone, what is modernity? बोलिए. Apply this definition to Afghanistan. Can you say Afghanistan is modern now? Because socio-economic political condition of Afghanistan changed recently. Is that modern? I'm just applying your definition to a particular country. Okay, scientific temperament could be one of the component of modernity, right? I'm asking what is modernity? Definitely you can point out certain things that are part of modernity. कि ये होता है, उसमें ये होता है, ये होता है. I'm asking what is it? चलिए कोशिश करो जो आपको बोलना. See, I am going to have my classes like this only. First, I will ask you to understand what is your understanding about the topic. Then I will help you understand. Giving names. मैं start कर सकता था एंथनी गिडेंस के definition से, but I'm not starting. क्योंकि I want to encourage you to understand this first. अपने हिसाब से बताइए. Modernity is reasoning and rationality. Okay, Mayank? Thinking in innovative way is modernity. What is innovative here, Vivek? How will you define innovative, being innovative? नो आइडिया? आप सब लोग मॉडर्न हो, ऑल ऑफ यू कंसिडर दैट यूर मॉडर्न एंड यू कैन नॉट डिफाइन हाउ यूर मॉडर्न. Something new in your daily life, like watching Big Boss at night. Something new. Will that be modern? इतने हाँ, making it reasonable and rational. Okay. So rationality, scientific temper, etc. are component of modernity for sure. But I'm asking, what is it? Okay. Modernity can be. You want to say something? Okay. Modernity can be considered as a time period as well as sum total of the changes in the value system and the institutions in Europe because of certain phenomena. यूरोप में एक खास समय में कुछ चीजें हुई जिसके चलते बदलाव हुआ. किस में? वहां के वैल्यू सिस्टम में और वहां के इंस्टीट्यूशंस में. That change is known as modernity. That's why this topic is modernity and social change. So it is related to social change that took place in Europe, which came in the form of certain phenomena such as Renaissance, Age of Discovery, Commercial Revolution, Scientific Revolution, Reformation Movement, Enlightenment, French Revolution, and Industrialization. Because of these phenomena, the value system and the institutions that were there in Europe changed, and this is known as modernity. सुन लिया? समझ भी गए? चलो अब इसको समझाता हूं. देखो, एक तो आप टाइमलाइन, यू कैन ड्रॉ टाइमलाइन. Suppose this is Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ did not take birth on this date. It was 5 years later, as per the mistake in the calendar. But anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. यहाँ से लगभग you can look at the history, recorded history is there, and this goes, and here only the Roman civilization, Greek culture, Greek civilization is starting, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What is it? CE, Common Era. This is 1, 2, 3, 8, BCE. So from here to here is considered as ancient period. ये ancient period हो गया, time period. Then roughly 5th to 15th, 14th भी कह सकते हैं, there is nothing wrong. 14th, 15th, this is medieval period, which is also known as Dark Age. See, so far I did not discuss anything that is sociology. This is history. This is ancient, this is medieval, and there onwards, whatever time is known as modern time period, modern era. History जैसे पढ़ते हैं, ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. So in that sense, modern is related to a time period as well. Modern era is the time period, but modernity is not only time period. Whatever was happening during this time period, that created a change, that brought change in the European institutions and value system, that is known as modernity. अब इधर क्या हुआ? Starting from here, 14th मैंने जानबूझ के ले लिया यहाँ. What happened? For that, you can look at this. Renaissance, Age of Discovery. ये क्या हुआ? डिस्कवरी करने लगा. एज ऑफ डिस्कवरी. commercial revolution, scientific revolution, Reformation movement, if you want to write the time period, it is like 14th century to roughly 17th, but 18th also, till 18th century. Especially this two went till 18th, not these all. So 17th पे ही हम एक वो लगा ले. Then these phenomena gave rise to certain phenomena. They are enlightenment, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution. I'm not writing the specific time period of this one, but if these are very important, so I'm writing the specific time period of this one. So I will write the time period and then I will erase. This could be like 1715 to 1789. This is 1789 to 1799. Then this is 1760 to 1820 in England, and till 1850 to entire Europe and USA. So starting from 14th century till the 19th century, things were happening. The focus is always here. For example, Anthony Giddens mentions, I will show you the definition as well, the changes, sweeping changes that were taking place 17th century onwards. So 17th century आने के बाद से mainly तो यही है ना. So these things completely changed the Europe. Changes that took place because of these phenomena is known as modernity. ठीक है, अभी सब समझाऊंगा कि कुछ बताऊंगा what are these. I am not expecting that in your history classes you have studied all these things. Did you? Did you happen to study everything? पढ़ लिया सब कुछ? You know about all these things? No. So I'll explain. Time period लिख लिया? Did you write the time period? Okay. So because of this, what resulted was modernity in Europe. Now, at least this much you'd be knowing, none of these phenomena took place in India, or in China, or in Russia, or in Japan, or Malaysia, or Indonesia, or in Australia, or New Zealand, or in Latin America, or South Africa, or America, or Canada. All these phenomena took place in Europe. That's how that question was asked. Question Europe वाला आया था कि modernity Europe में क्यों हुई है? You understand this? Now? So let's begin with the first thing. What is Renaissance? Renaissance in Hindi is known as पुनर्जागरण. हिंदी में इसको पुनर्जागरण कहते हैं. Renaissance is rebirth. Rebirth means a new interest in the art and literature of the past. Art and literature of the past means here the interest is emerging for art and literature of this time period. Look at the timeline. Modern time period is 14th century onwards. 1350 भी मान के चलते, 1350 onwards. This is started in Europe, especially in Italy. Right? That a new interest for the past emerged. Glorification of past is started. And that has a reason. When you look at the medieval period, roughly is of 1000 years. This part of time, if you look at in Europe, it was filled with all the negative things. All the negative things means 5th century onwards, when you will go forward, by 7th century you will find Islam emerged and is spreading, and the conflict between Christianity and Islam. That's one thing. Then Roman civilization is gone, and now it is divided into small states, and they're all fighting with each other. So this era is dominated by wars, be it among the European countries, and then uniting the whole area under one caliph. That Islamic idea, caliphate, आपने नाम सुना होगा. तो प्रोफेट मोहम्मद के बाद दो ट्रेडिशन आपको सुनने को मिलते हैं, शिया और सुन्नी. नाम सुना होगा आपने. क्या है मेजर सा एक सिंपल सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन शिया एंड सुन्नी? Those who consider the legacy of Prophet Muhammad is there in the caliphates or khalifa, they are the Sunnis. And those who believe that it is transferred to Hussain Saab. हुसैन का नाम मोहम्मद नहीं, नाम सुना है करबला का युद्ध. ओके, सो वो हो गया शिया. बट दैट इज, वो तो काफी बाद में होता है. उससे पहले यूनाइटिंग द होल world under one caliphate was going on, and that led to crusades as well. Crusades, the war between the Christian missionaries and the propagator of Islam. Then no scientific development as such was taking place. Depopulation, dehumanization, war, famine, all those things were taking place. You might have heard of Black Death, the plague that took place in Europe, in which 1/3 of the European population died. 1/3. कोरोना में पूरे वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन का कितना परसेंट मरा होगा? अच्छा, हाउ मेनी पीपल डाइड ड्यू टू कोरोना? Around 5.5 lakhs. And how many people died in Russia-Ukraine war? Same amount. Same amount. Around 5.5. Different sources, if you look at, they are quoting like 10 lakhs now. Dead and injured, 10 lakhs. Anyways, तो 10-15 लाख हुआ. टोटल पॉपुलेशन का कुछ नहीं है. Just think, entire population 1/3 is dead due to bubonic plague, which they believed came from China through Silk Route. It happened. Then there was 100 years of war between France and England. 100 years of wars. So all these created a kind of disenchantment, hopelessness among the masses. इतने सालों से युद्ध चलता रहेगा, इतने लोग मरते रहेंगे, तो लोगों के बीच में एक आएगी निराशा की भावना आएगी. वो सब धीरे धीरे इन चीजों ने इस चीज को जन्म दिया. क्या? कि if there is something glorious, we should look back to that. We should look back to our glorious past. That's what Renaissance is. So a new fervor towards literature, art, free will thinking, individual thinking, etc. emerged during Renaissance. Individual became important during Renaissance period. And that is the time period when you find people like, एक दो नाम बता दे रहा हूं, है ना, जैसे लियोनार्डो दा विंची, यस, लियोनार्डो दा विंची नाम सुना है? माइकलैंजेलो, स्कल्पचर, डेविड के स्कल्पचर देना, माइकलैंजेलो, दांते, शेक्सपियर, ऑल दिस पीपल आर फ्रॉम रेनेसां पीरियड. ठीक है, ये बड़े बड़े जो नाम आज तक सुनते हैं आर्ट एंड लिटरेचर में, दे आर ऑल कमिंग फ्रॉम रेनेसां पीरियड. रेनेसां इज डन. दो नाम लिख लो. नाम बोला ना, वन इज लियोनार्डो दा विंची, नाम याद रखने के लिए। दा विंची कोड मूवी देखी, लियोनार्डो दा विंची, देन मिशेलेंजेलो। जो समझ में आए लिख लो अभी, बिकॉज वट एवर आई एम डिस्कसिंग दिस विल बी गिवन टू यू इन नोट्स। नोट्स के फॉर्म में सब दूंगा जो बोल रहा हूं। हाँ, मिशेलेंजेलो, सॉरी माइकलएंजेलो, मैं हमेशा उसको मिशेलेंजेलो बोल देता हूं कि MICH है, वो माइकलएंजेलो है। माइकलएंजेलो। शेक्सपियर का नाम लिख सकते हैं आप, दांते का नाम लिख सकते हैं, DANTA। These names are enough. So new forward towards the art and literature, remembering the glorious past, ये मेन फ्रेज है। डेवलपिंग अ इंटरेस्ट टुवर्ड्स द ग्लोरियस पास्ट, क्योंकि वहां जाएंगे एंशिएंट पीरियड में। सो यू हैव स्ट्रक्चर एज वेल। रोमन सिविलाइजेशन के स्ट्रक्चर्स भी स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं। वो जो कोलोसियम हुआ रोम का, विच इज स्टिल देयर। रोम वो कोलोसियम देखा है ना, जिसमें लड़ाई हुआ करती थी, लोग बाहर से देखते थे। ग्लैडिएटर मूवी देखी है, वो आज भी है इटली में। दैट कोलोसियम, ब्रोकन वन, आधा टूटा हुआ सा। So all those structures were there. Then there was the writing. There were the writings of people like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Cicero. ये जो स्कॉलर हैं उस समय उनका लिखा हुआ बहुत कुछ है। So writing was there, structures were there. So a natural interest towards their glorious past emerged, which is known as Renaissance. नए तरीके से अपने समाज के बारे में फिर से सोचने की एक लहर पैदा हुई। Then there is age of discovery. Age of discovery is about finding new sea routes, and that has happened because of certain factors. There was change in cartography, mapping, compass was developed, small boats were developed, and there was an encouragement from the church and the king to go and find new sea routes. अगर तुम मैप विजुलाइज कर पा रहे हो वर्ल्ड, यूरोप से साउथ अफ्रीका में अगर तुम देखो, यूरोप से साउथ अफ्रीका, यू विल फाइंड व्हाइट रेस प्रेजेंट देयर। व्हाइट रेस, व्हाइट पीपल आर देयर इन साउथ अफ्रीका, but not in the rest of the Africa. So how is happened? Age of discovery, so you can understand. They had to find a new sea route, because between Europe and Africa there is Mediterranean Sea. If they will cross, they will fight. अभी पता है ना, लड़ाई चल रही थी, तो इधर से जा नहीं सकते थे। So they were looking for new sea routes. So here came, इधर कौन आएगा? Vasco da Gama. So he'll come to South Africa, then from here to the Sudan wala part, and from there to India. In which year? 1498. And in the same decade, even Columbus will go to America. So these new sea routes were developed during this period, and it was only in 15th century that the globe got completed, because before that there was no idea of USA. उससे पहले USA वगैरह कुछ था ही नहीं, and that's why the idea of flat earth was prominent. Flat earth है, उससे आगे जाओगे तो गिर जाओगे। The globe became complete only during this time period. इसको बस हल्के में नहीं ले सकते, नए नए सी रूट फाइनल कर लिया, बस यही नहीं। It is about understanding the whole earth is like this, not like this. This was a very big change in the very understanding of earth. Then commercial revolution and scientific revolution. अच्छा, यहाँ पे दो नाम मैंने फिर बोल दिया, एज ऑफ डिस्कवरी में दो नाम लिख लो, वास्को डी गामा एंड कोलंबस। Somebody is asking, Vivek is asking duration of class, 2 hours for the time being. Ritika is saying advancement in social change and social economic is modernity. Ritika, now focus on the lecture of mine. मैं क्या इतने देर से समझा रहा हूँ, उस पर फोकस करो. Then somebody is saying modernity means changing in environment. It's okay. Okay. But that's not what you have to write. You have to write what I'm explaining. ये लिखना है. समझिए इस चीज को. Okay? Commercial revolution. अच्छा, how do you use the term revolution? Revolution कहीं पे कैसे हम यूज करते हैं? When do you call something as revolution? किसी भी चीज को revolution आप कब कहते हैं? When do you call something as revolution? When something unprecedented happens at large scale, it is known as revolution. फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूं. When something unprecedented happens at a large scale. Unprecedented का मतलब होता है उससे पहले वैसा कभी ना हुआ हो, उससे पहले वैसा कुछ ना हुआ हो, बड़े लेवल पे अगर ऐसा कुछ हो, बदलाव जो उससे पहले कभी ना हुआ, then we call it unprecedented. So there was unprecedented change in the domain of commerce and in the domains of science, both. That's why they are known as commercial revolution and scientific revolution. So what changed in the commerce? For the first time, currency was introduced. For the first time, banking system was introduced. For the first time, joint stock exchange was introduced. For the first time, checkbooks were introduced. So all these things were introduced during commercial revolution. That's why it is known as commercial revolution. In the domain of commerce, these things were happening. Before that, this never happened. That's why it is known as commercial revolution. चार चीजें याद रखिए. करेंसी, बैंक, करेंसी के साथ चेकबुक कर लो, करेंसी, चेकबुक, बैंक, जॉइंट स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. इससे पहले नहीं था. That's what is known as commercial revolution. Then in the domain of scientific revolution, the journey which started from Copernicus, going through Kepler, maturing through Galileo, finally matured in the work of Isaac Newton, and his book Principia Mathematica was published. Principia Mathematica means when you look at the work of Kepler, Galileo, Copernicus, Isaac Newton, Leibniz, James Watt, all those people were during this time period only. जेम्स थोड़े लास्ट में आएंगे. कोपरनिकस, केपलर, गैलीलियो, न्यूटन में मेच्योर होता है. The world totally changed in the domain of science. And by the end of 18th century only, in 18th century itself, the term science came into existence. Before this, the term science was not there. Whatever question was there in the science was discussed in philosophy. And the name of science was actually natural philosophy. One of the component of natural philosophy was science. Means those questions which were discussed in science were previously discussed in philosophy with the name of natural philosophy. It was only by the end of 18th century that it came to be known as science. इसलिए मैंने ड्रैग करते हुए 18th century तक इसको ले गया हूं मैं, इन दोनों को खास करके. So scientific revolution totally changed. One of the change, for example, is the change from the universe being geocentric to heliocentric. The understanding was this: the universe is geocentric. मतलब ब्रह्मांड के केंद्र में क्या है? पृथ्वी है. This idea changed mainly because of the work of Galileo, and finally you can relate it to the Copernicus सबसे relate कर सकते हैं. But finally this change took place कि पहले ये मानते थे पृथ्वी केंद्र में है, फिर ये माने चला सूर्य केंद्र में है. This was a major change. So many people were hanged just for uttering these kind of things. सोच लो कितना tolerance रहा होगा. The idea is it was religiously sanctioned. What? The earth is at the center. And science was coming to fore and claiming, providing things on the basis of rationality and experimentation that claimed sun is at the center. In this whole explanation, Galileo was the most funny person. अच्छा, देयर इज अ मिसकंसेप्शन दैट गैलीलियो वाज किल्ड, ही वाज नॉट। उनको मारा नहीं गया था, ही डाइड हिज नेचुरल डेथ, मतलब जैसे भी बीमारी से मरे, चाहे जैसे भी हुए। सो गैलीलियो, इफ ही वाज समन्ड बाय द कोर्ट और द रिलीजियस कोर्ट, डू यू वांट टू से दैट सन इज एट द सेंटर? कि नो नो नो, अर्थ इज एट द सेंटर, और बाहर जाके सन इज एट द सेंटर। ही वाज लाइक दिस। आई लाइक दिस काइंड ऑफ पर्सन। सिंपली रिलीजियस लोग को नहीं समझा सकते, उनके दिमाग में हर रिलीजियस में डॉगमा होता है, रिलीजियस अंडरस्टैंडिंग, रिलीजियस डॉगमा होते हैं। So suppose you want to make a Christian understand that Jesus Christ did not resurrect. 3 दिन बाद फिर से रिसरेक्ट नहीं हुए थे। अगर तुम किसी क्रिश्चियन को बोलो तो मानेगा? अगर किसी हिंदू से तुम कहो, मीन्स इफ ही इज अ रिलीजियस पर्सन, दैट हनुमान जी डिड नॉट ब्रिंग संजीवनी बूटी एंड द एंटायर माउंटेन, क्या वो बिलीव करेगा? उसको समझाना आसान है? नहीं। किसी इस्लामिक ट्रेडिशन के इंसान से अगर उसको अपने थोड़ा नॉलेज हो, उससे कहो कि मूसा ने अपने तलवार से दरिया के 2 टुकड़े नहीं किए थे, कैन यू बिलीव? कि नो, प्रोफेट मोहम्मद वेंट टू हेवन सिटिंग ऑन डोंकी। अगर उनसे कहो कि गलत है तो तुम्हारा सर फोड़ देगा, हो सकता है। हाउ डेयर यू इफ द पर्सन इज रिलीजियस? तो गैलीलियो अंडरस्टूड दिस। इनको समझाना बेकार है। तो वहां जाके नहीं, पृथ्वी है सेंटर में, और बाहर आके सन है सेंटर में। सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स वर हैपनिंग इन द field of science, the domain of science, unprecedented. इससे पहले कभी नहीं हुआ। That's what is known as scientific revolution. She is saying, sir, please provide PPT after class. Definitely I will. What will I do with that? मेरा किस काम का है? मैं PPT दे दूंगा। PPT आने तो अभी PPT तो लाया ही नहीं मैं। Definitely everything will be provided to you. Not only PPT but the write-up as well. If I will use the PPT, that will be also available. And so far whatever I said, ये मॉडर्निटी समझा रहा हूं, जितना कुछ डिस्कस कर रहा हूं, all those things will be given to you in written form. Then Reformation movement. You might have heard of Reformation movement. Reformation movement is known as a movement in Christianity which gave birth to Protestant sect, ऐसे कह लीजिए, या Protestantism. 2 major names are Martin Luther and John Calvin. Martin Luther and John Calvin. Martin Luther from France and John Calvin from Germany. They were religious philosophers, but they questioned the orthodoxy of Christianity, Catholicism. कैथोलिक ट्रेडिशन में जो प्रॉब्लमेटिक चीजें थी उसको क्वेश्चन किया, उसमें चेंज लाने की कोशिश की, एंड दैट इज हाउ प्रोटेस्टेंट सेक्ट इमर्ज्ड. एंड यू नीड टू हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, इस पे ध्यान रखिएगा, इस पे precisely this is important for us, because in Max Weber we have to read a topic, Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. So for that you need to understand. So whatever was wrong as per their understanding in Catholicism, they corrected. In that sense it is known as Reformation movement. It reformed Catholic tradition. It reformed Christianity, giving birth to Protestantism. Okay? You can see all these things are happening where? In Europe. That's why modernity is a European phenomenon. Because of all these things, what happened is enlightenment. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment in simple word is journey of a society from religion to reason. Religion से reason की तरफ जाना. If you want to have some names from England, mainly it was in France. From France, there are 3 names: Voltaire, Montesquieu and Rousseau. ये मैंने याद रखने के लिए आपको दिया है, VMR याद रखिएगा. Voltaire, Montesquieu and Rousseau. And from here, Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. John Locke. Our comment is not expanding. It does not expand. कोई नहीं. Thomas Hobbes and John Locke, they are not important for us. Here we can focus. And also, अच्छा see, they were known as, इनको कहते थे philosophy. Philosopher थे, philosophy. So they were the people who contributed to change the mindset of people in France especially. And enlightenment took place in France especially because it was relatively a tolerant society. Means, if you're saying anything against the state or challenging the notions that were prevalent in religious and state domain, then probably action will be taken against you and you will be executed. मतलब अपने सरकार के खिलाफ, धर्म के खिलाफ कुछ बोला तो बाकी स्टेट्स में सीधे मार देते थे. फ्रांस में टॉलरेंस था. तो यहाँ पे ये लोग कंट्रीब्यूट करना उन्होंने शुरू किया. वोल्टायर is behind the idea of deism, and he is the person who talked about religious tolerance. Deism is the idea that there is no point finding the God, because the God is like a reluctant creator who has created the world and is not interested in it. He is like the clockmaker who makes the clock but not interested and does not interfere in the working of clock. Instead of finding the God, it is better you should focus on religious tolerance. He is talking about new things. Montesquieu is the person who has given the idea that government has three franchises: legislation, judiciary and executive. जो आप पढ़ते आए हो, Montesquieu का idea है. And Rousseau is the person who has talked about social contract theory, together with Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. See, whatever I'm discussing right now is not sociology. I'm just telling you how these events contributed to change the very thinking, belief system, value system, institutions of Europe, which is known as modernity. So social contract theory, in short, proposes that government, the notion of government is nothing but a social contract. गवर्नमेंट जो होती है, जितने भी लोग हैं उनके बीच के एक सोशल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को रिप्रेजेंट करती है. सब मिल के आम सहमति से गवर्नमेंट को बनाते हैं और जब चाहें तो उसको हटा सकते हैं. ये बड़ा नया आइडिया था. फॉर अ सोसाइटी विच इज डोमिनेटेड बाय मोनार्की, एक सोसाइटी जहां मोनार्की डोमिनेंट थी, वहां पे दिस वाज अ टोटली न्यू आइडिया. ऑल माइटी किंग थॉमस हॉब्स, कि एक ऐसा ऑल माइटी किंग होना चाहिए जिसमें आप सब सरेंडर करें. हाँ, लेकिन थॉमस हॉब्स वाज क्लियर that king does not have divine right, or he does not have any divinity. Otherwise, before that, there was a belief that king is divine, the blue blood. उनका blue blood होता था. Blue bloodness is like divinity. He rejected this idea, Thomas Hobbes. Similarly, John Locke and Rousseau. Rousseau was such a person whose contribution is also there in the area of education, who pointed out too much focus on science should not be there in the education. It destroys the creativity of the child. तो यहाँ से आपको एक हिंट दे रहा हूँ साइंस को कैसे क्रिटिसाइज कर सकते हैं. Means if you focus too much on science and rationality, the child may not develop his or her own creativity. He will start thinking in a particular way. बचपन से ही साइंस और बाकी चीज़ों पे आप फोकस करके चीज़ों को सब समझाने लगते हो, तो पीपल स्टार्ट थिंकिंग इन दैट वे. उनकी नेचुरल थिंकिंग रहती ही नहीं. फॉर इंस्टेंस, आई एम गिविंग एग्जांपल. ये सब पढ़ने लिखने का एक फायदा होता है, आप अपनी लाइफ में इसको यूज कर सकते हो. तो आई हैव अ सन, बच्चा है 2 साल का भी. So he has a habit. He loves fans. I don't know why. Any kind of fan he loves. So there is an exhaust fan in my kitchen. So if I'll go, he will always go there and switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. Suppose he wants water, he will say pani do, pani. Then he will say पंखा, fan. तो मैं पंखा को भी दे लो पंखा, पानी पी लो. फिर पिएगा, फिर और दे दो पंखा को पानी दे दे. There is no point telling him right now that fans do not drink water. Let him understand on his own. But what we do generally, hello, fans do not drink water, idiot. क्या जरूरत है अभी से बताने की? Let him discover on his own. He talks to clock. हाँ, जो घड़ी देखते हैं तो हंसता है. And he talks. Means whatever he feels like. उसको लगता है कुछ है, उससे बात कर सकते हैं. So this is something that you let the person develop his own creativity, what Rousseau has focused on. These kind of ideas developed during Enlightenment, making Europe more rational, rationality-oriented scientific temper developed. Okay? This is the very idea of social contract which can be traced to French Revolution. When you consider that I can create government, I can make government, we can make government, then if there is a monarch who is not working properly, you will think of eradicating him. Then the French Revolution started and the Louis XVI was eradicated. A French Revolution itself is going to have an importance in sociology as a discipline, क्योंकि यहीं से कुछ चीज इमर्ज होगी. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन कार्ल मार्क्स में भी आएगा, कई जगह आएगा. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन से द मंत्रा ऑफ लिबर्टी, इक्वालिटी एंड फ्रेटर्निटी came into existence. So it is started in France, as it is French Revolution, obviously it is in France. So when you look at France, the society of 17th century, 18th century, it was divided into three states: the nobles, the clergy, and the commoners. Right? First state, second state, third state. When revolution started, they used to have meetings. That meeting is known as meeting of State General. And that State General ka meeting, the king used to sit in the center, and in the left side, people who represented commoners were sitting, and on the right side, people who represented state were sitting. From where the idea of left came into political domain. Leftist, rightist जो आप सुनते हैं, वो यहीं से निकल के आ रहा है फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन से. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन में जो स्टेट जनरल, ये तीन स्टेट हो गए, ये स्टेट कहलाते थे, ESTAT. तो स्टेट जनरल की मीटिंग, स्टेट जनरल 1 2 3 3 स्टेट्स की जो मीटिंग है, स्टेट जनरल की मीटिंग हो गई. इन दैट सिटिंग, in that meeting, there was a sitting arrangement. From that sitting arrangement only, this political spectrum of left, right, and moderate, this political spectrum came into existence. This left only was glorified in the work of Karl Marx, from where Marxism will come into picture. And that is why they always say leftist Marxist. So leftist Marxist related हैं, but they are not the same thing. This is emerging in France, whereas Karl Marx was from Germany. This is happening during 1789 to 99, and Marx himself took birth in 1818. So difference है समय का और जगह का, but the ideas are same. Left and Marxism focuses on common or commoners, whereas rightist focuses on state or nation. So finally, left overpowered the monarchy, and from there the idea of liberty, equality, and fraternity emerged. In this sense, this is a remarkable change in European history. Then there is Industrial Revolution. starting in England, 1716, 1760, going till 1820 in England, and till 1850 in entire Europe and USA. The very production system changed. Industrialization is production through factories, machine, tools. Industrialization means production through factories. So the main focus is on maximization of goods and profit. Maximization of profit, वो कैसे होगा? Maximization of production of goods. So production through machine, factories, maximization of production and maximization of profit, giving birth to industrial capitalism or simply capitalism, against which Karl Marx wrote a lot. And his very existence, Karl Marx की अगर हम बात करें, the very basis of his idea, philosophical idea, rest on capitalism. Capitalism को criticize करने में ही तो पूरा Marxism है. So that's how you can relate emergence of sociology with industrial revolution as well. Industrial revolution gave rise to capitalism, and there were people who criticized it. One prominent one is Karl Marx. That is how sociology has emerged. Anyways, I will relate. अभी तो modernity समझ ले. So because of all these phenomena, ये जो कुछ भी हुआ, इसके चलते what happened? The value system, institutions, beliefs, practices, etc. changed. आप मेनली दो टर्म याद कीजिए. The value system and institutions changed. Example of institution could be family, for example. Family is an institution. In Europe also, there was extended family and joint family system was there. But it shifted to nuclear family. Marriage as an institution, there also arranged marriage system was there. But it shifted to love marriages. It is an interesting fact. I will show you the write-up on that as well. References I will give. Anthony Giddens clearly points out that the very idea of romantic love is a product of modernity. Romantic love was not there before modernity. ये हंसने वाली बात नहीं है. तुम हिस्ट्री में उठा के देखो, तुम मुझे बताओ कहानियों में, एक्सेप्ट रॉयल्टीज, रॉयल जो फैमिली है, you will not find romantic love as the means of finding your partner. है तो बताओ सोच. Think about it. And even Anthony Giddens give reference of John Boswell, a British historian, who claims it was not there. Even loving your wife with devotion was considered to be adultery. So romantic love जैसी कोई चीज थी ही नहीं. So be it romantic love, nuclear family system, industrialization, production through industry, recreation, eating out, the very denim that you wear, the dresses that you wear, entertainment industry, all those things emerge because of industrialization. So अब सोचो, इतने जो बदलाव हुए हैं, उसके बाद यूरोप कैसा दिख रहा होगा. उसके बाद यूरोप देखो कैसा दिख रहा होगा. उसके लिए एक चीज आपको दिखा रहा हूं. जो कुछ भी मैंने आपसे डिस्कस किया अभी तक, उसमें एक पिक्चर के थ्रू कुछ आपको दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. ये है मैनरिज्म. मैनर्स हैं. महल हो गया, ये अपने खेत वेत हो गए, खेती कर रहे हैं लोग, लॉर्ड हैं, बाकी सर्फ हैं. मैनरिज्म, मिडाइवल पीरियड. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ कंट्री इट वाज. यूरोप ऐसा हुआ करता था मिडाइवल पीरियड में. दिख रहा है? from this kind of society is transformed to this one. This is what modernity is. अब पिक्चर से कुछ क्लियर हुआ? The kind of society it was, it changed to this kind of society. This is modernity. So when you look at this, industrialization is clearly visible. And women are also working. That change of ideas are there. So the society, overall society changed, and that change is known as modernity. Is it okay? पिक्चर से कुछ रिलेट कर पा रहे हो? विजुअल जब दिखता है तो अच्छा ये हुआ है, अभी तो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में पढ़ रहे थे सब, ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, नाउ इट इज विजिबल. ओके, दिस हैज हैपेंड. लुक द काइंड ऑफ चेंज, द ड्रास्टिक चेंज. सी द, ये हम अपने गांव से रिलेट कर सकते हैं. Then this kind of thing were happening. Things were changing, commercial revolution, etc. was taking place. Trade and business was flourishing. And ultimately, because of industrialization, this has happened. This is what modernity is. Now the question arises, how can we relate the idea of modernity to emergence of sociology? The thing was simple. Question was this: what happened to this society that it transferred to this one? How society changes? What are the features of this society? What is going to happen in future? Whether this is good or not. Because whenever something will change, there were people who are conservative in nature. They will say, this is wrong. Counter-enlightenment thought. Whereas focus on science and reasoning, this is good, is enlightenment thought. So this contradiction between the enlightenment and counter-enlightenment thought gave rise to literature. किताबें लिखी गई, उस पे लोगों ने बोलना शुरू किया. लिखना शुरू होगा ना कि जो समाज जो बदल रही है अच्छा है या बुरा. For example, right now you study about globalization, its impact on Indian society. For example, in paper number 1. Anywhere. So globalization is giving rise to good things or bad things. People write on it. Similarly, that kind of writing began in that period. Is the society which has changed, is it good or bad? What will happen with this society? Whether we are going against the wish of God or not. Is it right? Or we should go back to the previous way of life? On these ideas, people reflected, which created a ground for sociology as a discipline. सोसाइटी के बारे में पहली बार इस तरीके से लोगों ने सोचना, समझना और लिखना शुरू किया, क्योंकि यहीं पे आके सोसाइटी ऐसी बदली थी जो कि इससे पहले कभी नहीं हुआ था. तो क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, क्यों हुआ, आगे इसका क्या होगा, इस सोसाइटी क्या फीचर हो सकते हैं, ये कैसी सोसाइटी है, इसमें चीजें कैसी होंगी, ये अच्छी है, बुरी है, इस पे लोगों ने रिफ्लेक्ट करना शुरू किया. एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स दैट वर रिटन ऑन दीज डिस्कोर्स गिव राइज टू सोशियोलॉजी एज अ डिसिप्लिन. ये तो एक बात हुई, इसको एलोबरेट करेंगे. अभी हमने मॉडर्निटी समझा, कल इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन और दूंगा थोड़े डेफिनेशंस के साथ. व्हाट इज मॉडर्निटी इन रिटन फॉर्म, समझा दिया सब कुछ. देन वी विल सी how it led to emergence of sociology. Who wrote what? Okay, Alok is asking discipline. Subject को discipline भी बोलते हैं. Discipline का इकलौता मतलब अनुशासन ही नहीं होता है. Discipline का एक मतलब ये भी होता है कि कौन सा वो subject है, उसको भी, किसी subject को भी discipline बोलते हैं. ठीक है? So that's it for today. Thank you.